When you think about Sweden, your mind is bound to go to global sports heroes like European football icon Zlatan Ibrahimovic and tennis superstar Bjorn Borg. But what about an NBA star? Nothing. Despite the country's rich history of athletics, Swedish basketball players have struggled to make a significant impact in the NBA, with the last player being drafted in 2009 with the 39th pick, that being Jonas Jerebko. This year, however, the narrative could change dramatically, with two promising prospects in the NBA draft, Bobi Klintman and Pelle Larsson. Klintman, in particular, stands to make history, potentially becoming the first Swede ever to be selected in the first round. Meanwhile, Larsson, projected to be a second-round pick at this stage, also brings hope of elevating Sweden's presence in the league. Their success would mark a new chapter for Swedish basketball and pave a way for young players in the nation to follow. Both players bring distinct talent and potential that have captivated scouts and analysts. But what are they all about? Let's get into it. For starters, Bobi Klintman is a 6'9", 21-year-old with a 7+ foot wingspan that has been lighting up the Australian Basketball League. He can play virtually any position on the court. He can defend, attack the basket, stretch the floor, and make plays for others. After an impressive first season, Klintman quickly became the star performer for Sweden's Ryggmark Academy, before making the leap to the professional level with the Cairns Taipans. He demonstrated really good skill and improvement, even while polishing up several facets of his perimeter game. The versatile forward has drawn comparisons to NBA players like Denny Avdia and Nicholas Batum due to his combination of size, skill, and game style. Klintman possesses the physical attributes that NBA teams love. Klintman's ability to stretch the floor with his three-point shooting is one of his standout skills, and combined with his size, makes him a matchup nightmare for defenders. His skill set makes him an attractive option for teams looking to enhance their perimeter shooting and defensive ability with one player. In fact, his potential as a two-way player could see him evolve into a pivotal piece for a contending team. As for Pelle Larsson, fans and analysts have compared the young guard to players like Joe Ingles and Malcolm Brogdon. If you've been lucky to watch his game highlights, you'll notice something from the get-go. The 6'6" youngster plays like a veteran. He remains calm under pressure, demonstrates high IQ when he has the ball, and has an insanely high shooting accuracy. Larsson started his collegiate career in Utah before moving to Arizona prior to the 2020-21 season. Over the next 4 seasons, Larsson became the only player in the nation to make 1,200 points, 500 rebounds, 300 assists, and 100 steals while shooting 49% from the floor and 39% from the three-point line. There's more. He averaged 13 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds as a senior in the 2023-24 season, which earned him a spot on the All-Pac-12 second team. This season, Larsson set career highs in scoring, three-pointers, assists, steals, and field goal percentage with a crazy 52%. Larsson's shooting prowess is one of his primary strengths. He has demonstrated an impressive ability to knock down shots from every part of the court. Beyond shooting, Larsson excels as a facilitator. His vision and unselfish playstyle allow him to distribute the ball effectively. He can read defenses and make smart plays. Larsson's all-around game makes him a valuable asset for teams in need of a shooting playmaker. He can fit into various roles, whether as a starter or a key bench contributor. Teams looking to bolster their guard rotation will find Larsson an appealing option. Bobi Klintman and Pelle Larsson embody the promise and potential of Swedish basketball on the global stage. They could herald a new era for Swedish representation in the league. In the 2019-20 season, Klintman played 13 games for Ryggmark in the third tier of Swedish basketball. In 2020-21, he kept playing with Ryggmark in the second tier until the COVID-19 epidemic forced the cancellation of the season in mid-February. He finished the season playing 6 games for Boris Basket in the first tier of Swedish professional basketball. For his 2021-22 season, Klintman registered at Sunrise Christian Academy in Bel Air, Kansas. Although he initially committed to playing collegiate basketball in Maryland, he later switched to playing in Colorado and left Maryland. Klintman then signed to play at Wake Forest after decommitting a second time. In his freshman year for Wake Forest, he participated in 33 games and started 5 of them. During that time, he averaged 5 points and 5 rebounds per game while playing about 20 minutes. It was an okay run, but after announcing that he planned on declaring for the NBA draft, he informed the team that he would not be returning for the 23-24 season. Klintman then made a big decision competition and signed a contract with the Cairns Taipans, a team that competes in the Australian National Basketball League at the top level. He did so as part of the Next Stars program. That year, he went on to win gold with the Swedish men's national under-18 basketball team at the Nordic Championships in Finland. The youngster also took part in the Division B FIBA Under-20 European Championship, where he made the All-Star team for the tournament. For Larsson, basketball has always been a family business. Larsson's elder brother, Vilko, played for the University of Maine. His father played professional basketball in Sweden until he retired. Pelle credits both of them for much of his motivation and achievement. In the summer of 2019, Larsson was selected to compete for Sweden's under-18 team in the B division at the FIBA Under-18 European Championships. He averaged 16 points, 7 rebounds, and almost 6 assists through the competition. The recruiting crew at Utah soon got to know of his performance and went in for his signature. Larsson signed to play there, although he had options to stay in Europe and play professionally. He wanted to improve his skills, receive a wider education, and experience the vibe of American college basketball. It seems his decision paid off. After transferring from Utah to play at Arizona, his performances only got better. It was now becoming increasingly difficult to ignore the youngster's stock. Over 4 years of college, he shot nearly 40% from 3, including 42.6% this past season. He is comfortable pulling up when given space, understands how to relocate into defensive openings, and can slide into his shot off screens or in transition. His consistency, technique, and production let him draw strong closeouts. Larsson makes up for his lack of strength with a high arcing release. He's quick to set his feet and doesn't need much time to line up and release the ball. The potential drafting of Bobi Klintman and Pelle Larsson represents a significant milestone for Swedish basketball. Their entrance into the NBA could serve as a catalyst for the growth and development of the sport. There's bound to be a new wave of interest and participation at the grassroots level back home. Historically, Sweden has struggled to compete at the highest levels in international basketball competitions, like the FIBA World Cup and the Eurobasket tournament. These two prospects could help change that narrative, providing the national team with the talent and inspiration needed to elevate their game. Klintman and Larsson's presence in the NBA will likely boost the sport's visibility and popularity in Sweden. This is already evident, with major news outlets in the country talking about them as the draft is right around the corner. Young athletes will see them as role models, and an interest at the youth level could lead to a more robust domestic league and better infrastructure for developing basketball talent there. The future of Swedish basketball might be taking a turn for the better. The potential NBA careers of Bobi Klintman and Pelle Larsson herald a transformative time we can't wait to see. While there are many other big names in this year's draft, few will have as much effect on their home country as these two. Their success can inspire a new generation of players, attract greater investment, and improve the competitiveness of the national team in international competitions. It's not going to happen overnight, but the result is going to be positive. If you like keeping up with basketball's young stars, then you'll love what we have in store for you. Join us next time as we look at another up-and-coming NBA wonder kid.